Wisconsin sees snow every single winter. We have cold temperatures every single winter, and we have wind and blowing snow. My question is it worth it to do these winter weather forecasts? Well, the number of forecasts of the last 18 years that have been right inside the range are 8. Close but just outside the range, 6, and bad forecasts, 4. Now, bad forecasts are something that happens because we're forecasting the conditions now, and they change as we move through the next 4 or 5 months. Last year, I was forecasting 40 to 50 inches of snow, and the actual snow turned out to be 47.1 for the entire winter. Those bad winter forecasts usually trend to the downside, and this is typically because some major atmospheric pattern in the northern hemisphere kind of flips in the middle of winter. So you end up with some rough forecasts. But if things hold steady, which is usually the case, we are very close. Now, the close winter forecast, in some cases, I forecast way above average snow, and it went above the end of the range. In some cases, it fell just an inch or two short, or an inch or two above, or an inch or two short. So these are what I consider close forecasts. I had the right idea, I just didn't have a big enough range to clip that little extra. Correct winter forecasts were the last 8 years, including last year at 47.1. But a lot of these winters, that's when things hold steady and it's a little easier to do the predictions. For winter forecast, last winter, I was forecasting an overall warm winter with record warm months possible and below average snowfall after New Year's Day. And we saw that. We saw the warmest December on record, over 10 degrees above average. We also had the warmest February on record, 12 degrees above average, and breaking the old record by nearly 2 degrees. And it ended up being the warmest winter on record at 30.6 degrees, 8.5 degrees above average, and broke the old winter record by an astonishing 2.9 degrees. This winter is going to be different. Last winter, we had a moderate to strong El Nino. This year, we have a weak La Nina developing in the tropical Pacific. We have a very strongly negative Pacific Decadal Oscillation. That's basically temperatures in the central Pacific that are going to lead to mild temperatures around our area and a continued warm Atlantic. So with the Pacific and the Atlantic leaning on the warm side, you would expect this winter to be a little bit on the warm side. And I think it's going to be close, just a hair to the warm side. Winter temperatures, little above in December, near average in January, little above in February, and then near average in March. And then as we look at the winter temperatures overall, the average temp is 22.2. I'm expecting to be near or a hair above that for the entire winter, so we'll call it near normal temperatures. Snowfall-wise, I think this winter is going to be very typical snowfall-wise. Near average snow, December, January, and in February, and slightly below average snowfall in the month of March. So I do think it warms up pretty quickly in the spring. Average winter snow is 55.6 inches. I'm forecasting 50 to 60 inches of snow this winter. So I think snow and temperatures will both be very close to the average this winter.